Let's all go off the record for a minute. 13 years ago, who could forget? All our lives changed. I was about 3 blocks from the Pentagon, sitting on a plane with my husband. Next up for takeoff to New York, suddenly messages about planes crashing in the World Trade Center. The pilot then announcing our flight canceled, and he returned our plane to the terminal. As we walked to our car on the roof level of the parking deck, about 2 blocks from the Pentagon, I will never forget what I heard. First, that American Airlines plane revving up its engines, and then suddenly the explosion as the plane steered into the Pentagon, and then immediately a giant black cloud of smoke shooting up from the Pentagon with tiny pieces of the plane also shooting up in the air in that smoke cloud. And those silver pieces looked like glitter in that black cloud. It was so awful. As the bright sun pierced the black smoke and reflecting the pieces, that's what made it glisten. It was terrible what I saw. But as awful as what I saw and heard, nothing compares to what others endured. The deaths of so many Americans, and of course, deep enduring grief for their families. And then, of course, a different September 11th attack, our 4 Americans at Benghazi, and the grief of their families. Our hearts bleed for all these 9/11 victims. But as we begin to say goodnight to September 11th, 2014, I just want to remind everyone to thank all those great Americans, and there are thousands of them, who have served in our armed forces, and thank also to their spouses and families who have been very good to lend them to us, because they're all working so hard to keep all of us safe, to make certain we never have a day like that again. So thank you to our military and also to the first responders and everybody else who helped. And that's my off-the-record comment.